that are happening in the crypto market space that are key and very important, and major signs of the rise of Bitcoin. Like I said, I still repeat my prediction. In this bull run, we could see Bitcoin skyrocket to more than $200,000. And once Bitcoin will hit 2,000, that are happening in the crypto market space that are key. And once, like I usually say, when Bitcoin will hit $200,000, I'll basically sell most of my trades, okay, that I'm in for a very long time, as long as Bitcoin will hit $200,000. But as things are happening, the speculation is getting higher. The sentiment in the market is getting much more better than ever before, because the previous week we had three major events, basically around two, that I will talk about in my TikTok video in the coming few hours. We had the United Arab Emirates. The court ruled and endorsed payment of people in cryptocurrency. So that is one of the rulings that happened also this week. We had the country we had the country of Russia. Yes, the country of Russia decided to legitimate, the mining of Bitcoin in Russia is now something very legal to be done in Russia. And also, the previous week, we had a major event whereby the country of India and Binance in general uh, decided to make a registration, and on my X, when I was on my X, I move on a better perspective. If you can find me on X, that is Twitter, and check out on my profile, and you'll be able to see. I went into details on my profile, and I was able to categorically talk about Binance has done, and major areas. Also seen, which might not be true, BlackRock. Yes, we have seen the CEO of BlackRock are trying to make some conversation with Donald Trump. We had Donald Trump, and basically, we believe that if All right, I'm back now. So we move. Sorry for that. There are certain factors that can be controlled, and there are factors that cannot be controlled. Okay. So let's now dive into today's class. Let us now dive into today's class. All right. So we are looking at something that is basic and phenomenal, and this is just to do with time zones or time frames. So let me share my screen, and then we basically get started. So I will upload my share in just a minute. Right. I hope now everything is fine. So let's move. If you can see my screen, give me one in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me one in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me a 1 in the chat. Just give me a 1 in the chat. Okay. So today, our lesson is very simple and very basic, but at the same time, very important. Our lesson for today, friends, is just based something phenomenal, and it is what you see on the top corner here. I want to explain it so that when I start my next class, things can be very easy. Here we have 1 minute. Here we have 3 minutes. Here we have 5 minutes. Here we have 15. Here we have 30. Here we have 1 hour. Here we have 4 hours. Here we have 1 day. When we tap on this arrow, we shall see 1 week. We shall see 1 month and more time frames. And basically, it is just for us to know that if this is a candle and this candle is 1 minute, it means that if we go in 3 minutes, we shall have 3 candles that will be represented as 1 single candle in 3 minutes. So this will be 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay? It's like when you are reading the earth. So this is the earth. So you see the earth, it is the big picture. When you come and look at the earth, the big picture of the earth in 1 day. But you want to find a certain country down here. This is Japan. So that's now you go in a lower time frame, maybe in 15 minutes. So you want to really see this country. So you want to see that small picture, but the big picture is the earth. So it is phenomenal for a trader to just understand that if this is 5 minutes, this is 1 candle for 5 minutes. When I go in 15 minutes and see 1 single candle like this, and this is for 15 minutes, this candle is for 15 minutes, it means that I have 3 small candles, 3 candles of 5 minutes that bring this big candle in the 15 minutes. Can we now get started? Because now I want to ask you some questions to see if you have understood that. Then I dig a little bit deep. Are you following? Let me know. So that now I dig a little bit deep. So that now I dig a little bit deep. So that now I dig a little bit deep. Is it clear? Because it is as simple as that. Okay. Is it easy? Is it easy? Or it is hard? Give me some answers in the chat. Okay. So let us continue now. Okay. Let us continue now. Let us continue. So when we talk about time frame, just a minute. So when we talk about time frame, basically, we are just looking at something as simple as the bigger picture, and at the same time, we are looking at something that we could call a small picture. So the bigger picture and the small picture brought into perspective. So you see, if we divide 15, if we get 15 and divide it by 5, we shall get 3, which means we have 3 candles of 5 minutes that appear in the 15 time frame. But in the 15 time frame, there will not be 3 like this. This one 5, this one 5, this one 5. No, it will be one single candle for 15 minutes. And here there will be a countdown. It is remaining 3 minutes for this candle that is here, that is in 15 minutes, to end, because we are in the 15 minutes time frame. But this candle that is here, for it to, if we go in the 5 minutes time frame, there will be 3 candles. Give me a 2 in the chat if it is clear, because I want to make it clear so that you understand. It's as simple as that. So it means that there are 3 candles, each of 5 minutes, that appear as a single candle in the 15 minutes time frame. This is very important. So if you have understood that, give me a yes in the chat. Now I ask you some questions. If you have understood that, give me a yes in the chat, then I ask you some questions. If you have understood that, give me a yes in the chat, then I ask you some questions. We'll keep this class as simple as possible. Then we move. Okay, now look here, friends. Look here. In 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. Am I right that in 1 hour we have 60 minutes? Give me a yes in the chat if that is true. Give me a yes in the chat if that is true. You know, when you are teaching, these things, you teach as if you are teaching a child of 6 years. So don't get annoyed. He keeps asking us funny questions. Me, I know that one. Everybody, you answer. Hey, you answer. Don't let the ego disturb you. You just answer so that we move. So in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes, okay? So it means that if we want to find out how many candles of 5 minutes that are in 1 hour, we shall divide this by 5. What will be our answer? 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 Give me an answer in the chat. Give me an answer in the chat. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So we have 12 candles. We have 12 candles of 5 minutes. We have 12 candles, 5 minutes. Now I have a question. How many candles of 5 minutes? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? How many candles of 5 minutes do we have in one day? Some answers in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. So the only way we learned, we know that in 1 hour, we have 12 candles. But in one day, we have 24 hours. So when we get 12 hours, 12 candles that appear in 1 hour, times the 24 hours that we have in one day, we get 288 candles. So basically, if I come down here, basically, if I come down here, I'll pick let me say this is today is Monday, it's 19th. So let us take today is 19th. Let me start from here. And I keep going up to 17th. 18th still. 18th. So this is one day. I'll extend it to the high. Okay, so this is one day. So we are in the 15 minutes. So you find that how many candles of 15 minutes are in 1 hour? How many candles of 15 minutes? How many candles of 15 minutes that are in 1 hour? How many candles? We know 1 hour has 60 minutes, so we divide by 15. What is our answer? Participate. The reason why you don't understand these things, you make yourself very smart and you don't participate. You know, the reason why you are failing to figure out what you are supposed to do is that you pretend ego is disturbing you. Ego is disturbing you. You come in these meetings, I ask a question, you can find the answer, but you don't participate. I know most of you, maybe you have not done psychology, but as a psychology student, yes, as a psychology student, I know very well how the mind works. That's why I ask. That's why I ask. As a medic, I know how the mind works. That's why I ask it. So I'm not here asking, I'm adding a lot of things to make sure that you prosper. So do not treat me like an ordinary person. I'm not ordinary, my brother. So let ego not disturb you. Let ego not disturb you. Participate when I ask it because I want you to understand. Do not die with the answer. I will not type it. Let him feel badly. I will not type it. I will not type it. I will not type it. Let him feel badly. I will die with my answer. I will not type it. I will not type it. Let me stay with my answer. Let him feel bad when I don't type. My friend, I'm not feeling bad. No. So don't add emotions. I don't type it. Let me die with my answer. My friend, you will suffocate with your answer even on trading view. I know the answer. I will not type it. Me, I know the answer. I'm already knowing the answer. I will stay with my answer. My answer is mine. It is not his. I will not type it. Oh, no, 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 no. My friend, you better type. You better type. Oh, I tell you, you better type. Huh? You better type 4. Okay, so we move. The correction is very easy. Me, I know it. No, no, no. Ego is disturbing you. Just type 4. What do you lose? Yeah. So it is 4. Now you see, friends, this is the whole day. You see, this is the whole day. Imagine. This is the whole day. But when we go to a bigger time frame, for example, when we go to 5 minutes, let's go to a lower time frame. You see, when we go to a lower time frame in 5 minutes, you see the candles are many. Am I making an understanding? The candles are many. Huh? The 200, they are now 288 candles. When we go to the 3 minutes time frame, let me widen. Yeah, I have decreased. When we go to the 15 minutes time frame, the 3 minutes time frame, you see the candles are so many. But when we go in the 30 minutes, you see, it's when we come here. You see, when we come in the 30 minutes, the candles are few. When we come to 1 hour, they become lesser. When we go in 4 hours, they become fewer. They become fewer. They call it fewer or few. English is not a joking subject, but I'm not an Englishman. They become less. They become less. They become less when we get to the 4-hour time frame. What about in 1 day? What about in 1 day? You see, it is 1 candle. If you have learned something, give me a yes in the chat. Now, I have a question and I need an answer. You find that if you are looking at the bigger time frame, you would not trade. Am I making sense? If you are looking at 1 day, would you enter this market here? If you are looking at 1 day, you may not trade. But when we go back to the 15 minutes time frame, that's why Royal Q is very unique and phenomenal. When we come back here at the 15 minutes time frame, all of you can see that there was movement. I think it's around here. All of you can see that there was movement in the market. All of you can see that there was movement in the market. Okay, there was a move in the market. there was a move in the market. Let me get my path here. There is movement. Let me get my path. There is movement. The market was making moves. And so, like we are going to be able to see, let us give an example, because now I'm going to teach playing, because everything is now available in RoyalQ. You see, if you had entered from here, just as an example to here, just as an example, you would have taken 1.6, 1.6. Still the same market. You again entered from here on futures, spot. Sorry, that one was spot. This is futures. You took another 1.3. We are going to teach. You trade whether the coin is going up or the coin is going down. You entered again from here to here. You took another 1.8. You shall trade whether the market is going down or the market is going up. You entered again from here to here. You took a 1.7, 1.2. So if you add this 1.2, 1.18, 1.6, 1.4, this is 2, 3, 4. You'd find that at least you have made a 5%, which you cannot do. Am I making sense to someone? In the 1-day time frame. So friends, we just need to understand the 3 kinds of traders that we have in the market. One, you can decide to be an investor. As an investor, you find that you look at the market in 1 day, you look at the bigger picture 1 month, because you want to stay in the market for some good time. You could decide to be a day trader, and as a day trader, I can look at the market in 1 minute, in 3 minutes, in 15 minutes, and maximum 30 minutes. As a day trader, I want to look at the market in these time frames, because the market will be able to move up and move down and move up and move down and give me a lot of opportunities than it would do maybe in the 4-hour time frame. So you can choose. The other terminology has run out of my head. I don't know why. The third one. Where these ones you stay in a trade for weeks or a few days. So basically, I will base my trading so much into day trading. Okay. And that's why RoyalQ has introduced for you indicators like the KDJ, and it has introduced you indicators like the RSI. It has introduced you indicators like the MACD, mainly to give you the opportunity to be a day trader and strictly in a 15 minutes time frame, so that you can get in and get out and get in and get out and get in and get out and get in and get out as many times as possible, so that you can make a lot of profit. So that's why throughout the previous week, I was basing my training so much, especially on the RSI and the MACD. And because we shall continue with these classes, this will be common phenomena, so that people can basically continue to use these indicators to make profit. Okay. So basically, that has been my sharing about time frame. Unless someone has a question about time frame. So when you are into a lower time frame, you're basically looking at the low picture or a small picture. And when you are looking at the bigger time frame, you look at the bigger picture. But most importantly, all time frames are important. There is no time frame that is more important than other time frames. You see, that could be now the challenge. All time frames are important, but you see, trading will always get back to your personality. Okay, you find there is a person who says, I want to take a bigger profit. Okay, I'm this kind of a trader that I want to enter in the market, even if I stay in for long, but when I take profit, I take a huge profit. That's why even on our signals, we have those signals people provide with 2%, people provide with 1.5, but also have signals of 3%. And you find when we are giving signals of 3%, we are looking at a bigger time frame. Okay. We are looking at 4-hour time frame. That's usually our trading time. Okay. So you find that difference is because of personality. So you also choose your personality. Where do you resonate from? Are you this person who wants to trade in a shorter time frame? Are you this person who wants to trade in a bigger time frame? Because maybe you want a huger profit, or maybe you are this kind of a trader who says, I better get in and I always take my 3% repeatedly. Unless there are questions, but I would like to get back to you and open up. Okay. 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 So now I'm opening up for questions about the topic because it is as simple as that. Okay. It is as simple as that. I'm not here to teach about RSI. Okay. You see, sometimes people want to take me. I'm not here to teach about RSI. Thank you, a swing trader. Okay. A swing traders, yes, swing traders. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm not here to discuss. I'm here to discuss only the topic that I have discussed today. I'm not here to discuss RSI. I'm not here to discuss MACD. I'm here to discuss time frame. Okay. So if you want to ask me, you ask me about time frame. If no questions, then I'm going to come to the end of this call. But if there is a question, feel free to ask your question. The topic was simple. Understanding time frame. I don't have anything else to add. So tomorrow, I'll now switch on a new topic. Since now you understand the time frame. So when I'm in the 4-hour time frame, you understand. When I'm in the 1-hour time frame, you understand. When I'm in the 5 minutes, you understand. 15 minutes, you understand. That is the topic. Any question? If no question, then I'm going to thank you for joining the call. If there is a question, someone insists, please go back again. No, 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 no. I'm not teaching RSI here. Me, I'm not teaching RSI here. I've talked about RSI the whole week. I've talked about RSI the whole week. So I'm not repeating it here. If you missed it, then you will be attending the coming lessons. Maybe on Wednesday. Yeah, maybe on Wednesday. Maybe on Wednesday throughout the week. Okay. Dear coach, could you please go back practical showing us live with one coin? I'm not sure about when to check and enter the market. I'm not here to discuss about when to enter the market. My topic was time frame. The question is, Afonso Winnie, have you understood the time frame? I'm not here to talk about entering the market. I'm not here to talk about when you enter the market. So I'm not here, enter from here, leave from here. Can you repeat for me on the rationale for looking at the number of candles in a given time frame? Okay. The logic in the time frame is the same. What are you trying to talk about? When do you join futures? This in my training, this series, I'm going to teach everything. Okay, my trainings are going to teach everything, futures, sport, everything. I'm teaching everything at once. So it is up to you to follow through. I talked about it and I told you, long, when we talk about a long, is when we are buying. When we talk about a short, is when we are selling. So in my time frame is for everything, doesn't solicit whether it is futures or sport. So I'll discuss everything at once. Kindly repeat entry. This one I've done. This one. Please, coach, can you please about take profit? I'm not yet discuss take profit. But I hope my lesson is clear. Some people are just confusing themselves to what for them they want. How many candles in a shorter time frame? But my friends, is time frame clear? Because when I read the question, someone wants to just confuse themselves. But is time frame clear? Give me a yes in the chat if it is clear, then we come to the end of the call. Do not confuse yourself. Keep the lesson as simple as it has been. Do not complicate, because when I read the question, I find out that someone thinks there is something I've hidden. You see, that is the challenge. Someone thinks there's something I've hidden. No, it is as simple as that. Because when I read the question, it's that someone is thinking there's something I've left behind. It is as simple as that. When you are in the 3 minutes, when you are in the 5 minutes, for example, when you come in the 15 minutes, know that one candle in the 15 minutes has 3 candles of 5 minutes. Is that hard? What I've explained. If you are in 1 hour, then you go in 4 hours. Understand that in 4 hours, one candle of 4 hours has 4 candles. If you go in 1 hour, if you are in 2 hours and you have 2 candles each for 2 hours, it is one candle of 4 hours when you go in the 4 hour time frame. As simple as that. If you are in one day, understand you have 288 candles, each of 5 minutes. Is that clear, friends? Give me one in the chat if it's as simple as that. I'm not here to discuss MACD. I'm not here to discuss RSI. Me, I'm not here to discuss RSI. I'm not here to discuss MACD. I'm not here to discuss features. I'm here to discuss time frame. Simple. So thank you so much, all of you. If one candle is 5 minutes, what about in 3 minutes? What if one candle is 5 minutes? What about in 3 minutes? It will be one candle and a half. If you want to say how many candles of 3 minutes are in 5 minutes, it will be that one candle of 3 minutes and a half, and a half of the second candle of 5 minutes. Simple as that. So do not complicate. You know, sometimes people want to complicate.